I'd like to talk some more about the connections between the Zelda universe and the Mario universe and how they seem to mirror each other. In Zelda Ocarina of Time, the owners of Lon Lon Ranch are Ingo and Talon. Now, Ingo and Talon are very clearly designed to look like Luigi and Mario. And I think, let's say that in this analysis, I'm going to take for granted that they are Luigi and Mario. Because I think that that way we can make some interesting connections between what these games have in common as journeys, as yeah. So Ingo is Luigi, Talon is Mario. They are the owners of Lon Lon Ranch. See, what I mean when I do these things is that you can extrapolate whatever you find, you can extrapolate back to any other game. So in a sense, if in the Zelda universe they are the owners of Lon Lon Ranch, then in a sense, in the Mario universe, they also are the owners of Lon Lon Ranch. But in the Mario universe, Lon Lon Ranch takes different forms, different names, different places in time. Lon Lon Ranch is mainly a place of milk uh, production. Lon Lon Ranch makes this sort of really nice milk which restores life. So it has these sort of healing properties. Now the milk comes from cows, from cattle. And in a sense, there's another healing thing that comes from cattle, and it's mushrooms. Um, they also grow from the dung of cattle. So you can also say that Mario and Luigi have this connection to a healing element in nature that can come back into humanity, be it through this sort of magical milk or through the mushrooms. Mm. So, Talon and Malon. Talon is this Mario figure and is very lazy, doesn't work, just lays around sleeping and relaxing. The fact that Talon sleeps so much and is found by Link sleeping outside Hyrule, to me, makes me think of sleeping as a connection to dreams. I think that in Nintendo universes, there's this big network of dreams, like in Link's Awakening. Link's Awakening seems to be a dream, and within this dream, there are elements of Mario universe. So Talon is lazy, and Ingo is the one who does all the work, Luigi. This is interesting because the way we are presented this in Mario video games is the opposite. Mario video games show us a Mario who is the active worker, and Luigi, in a lot of games, is too scared to go and help Mario. Luigi stays back at home. But as I've said in my Luigi's Mansion game, I think there's a certain double edge to this. But so in Mario universes, we are presented this thing that Luigi doesn't work, stays at home, and Mario works. But here in the Zelda universe, it's sort of flipped. And and yet, and it's interesting because Luigi, when Luigi is made to work here as Ingo, he shows his sort of angry side, which he very rarely shows as Luigi. And his angry side looks a lot like Waluigi. It's almost like Luigi and Waluigi also are this sort of both sides of the same Luigi coin, whereas and Mario and Wario are both sides of this sort of Mario can be a very nice heroic person, but Mario can also be a very greedy person in his Wario form because Mario is the one who takes all the credit for the adventures. So here, it's almost like Mario. See, I'd like to compare this to the biblical story of Mary and Martha. I don't know a lot about the Bible, but this story I think is interesting for its myth-like quality that seems to repeat in a lot of different cultures. Mary and Martha are sisters, and the story tells that Jesus Christ is coming to visit them. And Martha is this really working sister. She's full of anxiety and worry. She's worrying. And this drives her to do most of the work. She does all the cleaning, the cooking, the washing. She's doing everything because she's so worried that everything has to be ready and prepared for the coming of Jesus Christ. And Mary, on the other hand, doesn't worry about all of that stuff because she's just she just wants to contemplate the coming of the Lord. She just wants to meditate on her inner world. Martha is centered on her outer world. Mary is centered on her inner world. And then when Jesus arrives, Martha thinks that she's going to get the credit because she's done all the work. But Jesus says, Martha, you shouldn't worry so much because, you know, all these preparations you're doing have nothing to do with the present moment. There's no need for food right now. There's no need for cleaning up right now. Just sit down and chat with us. And then, you know, whatever has to be done will be done. The cooking, the whatever. And see, there's a clear thing here with Ingo and Talon where Ingo, Luigi, takes care of the ranch in the shadows, but Talon gets all the credit for it, even though Talon is spent all the time sleeping. But I think that, see, both Talon and Ingo have their own personal journeys and their personal work to go through. Luigi has his Luigi's Mansion work, which is in the other video. But Mario, see, as Talon, Mario has this medallion with Bowser's face on it in gold. This is really interesting because it seems as if almost in this Zelda incarnation, Bowser doesn't exist. Bowser exists simply as a symbol for Mario. Mario carries this symbol around him, almost like you would carry the medallion of a god that you worship. He has a sort of religious medallion of Bowser. And because all Mario's games are a battle against Bowser, or most of them, it's as if Talon, he's sleeping all the time because he's meditating all the time. He is actually working. He is doing work like Mary is, and Mary and Mario are similar names as well. He is doing work, but it's inner work. He is, you know, struggling with his battle within the unconscious. That's what all of Mario's games are, in a sense. Whereas Luigi is doing all this outer work, caring for the ranch. But he is also doing some sort of an inner struggle of facing his fears and his sense of inferiority towards Mario. So that's, let's say, that the dialogue they are both wishing for is that they do have a lot in common. Luigi has outer work, but through his outer work, through caring for the ranch, Luigi, let's say, almost like an alchemical process, Luigi projects his inner struggles onto the ranch. So caring for the ranch is his way of working his fears and struggles. And Mario, or Talon, through his inner work, then changes the world around him through projecting this facing of fears out into the actual, let's say, the actual working, physical work environment. And this is not shown in the Zelda game, but it's clearly shown in the Mario games. So every Nintendo game shows one of the faces, one of the sides of this situation, which altogether redeem everyone. Mario is redeemed if you look at all the games, but Mario is also condemned if you look at all the games, because Mario's shadow comes out in a very ugly way, and his self, his, let's say, beautiful self, comes out. This happens for all characters, and it's almost as if, like in Link's Awakening, elements of the Mario games start to feed into the Zelda universe, because in order to experience the wholeness of this journey, all these sub-journeys are wishing to find themselves in dialogue, in communion.